This is Salamancer, and I don't know how long ago this hat was put in the game, but this is the first time I have ever seen it. That hat description right there is pretty darn excellent. So, I mean, I'm definitely scared of policemen from France. I don't know about you, but I've never even seen them before, and they're already scaring me. Like, I'm imagining one in my closet right now. Wait, there's somebody called the Bed That Eats People. That is actually their medic. That's awesome. Anyway, let's go over the game here. This is going to be a game ETF2L. I think one of the lower divisions, anywhere from 4 to 6. But it's going to be ETF2L Highlander between two Reddit teams, and I love me some Reddit, so we do get to watch that. It looks like immediately UFF, the unstoppable force of friendship, have taken a very strong position here at the mid-fight against their opponents from our Trees Fortress, and I don't know what their team is actually called, except to say that it's they are all apparently at level 9 right now, and if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it too much. But if you do, rock on. Anyway, we've got two snipers fighting against each other right now, and actually these guys look like they're decent snipers, especially the guy from blue here. Oh, there you go, Crab9 manages, Crab9, just Crab, who's at a 9, takes down Z from the unstoppable force of friendship. So apparently they don't have an unstoppable sniper of friendship because he just got stopped temporarily. Anyway, it does, however, look like Trees Fortress, the blue team, actually managed to cap mid. And that's actually kind of surprising, considering they did not really hold mid at all. Anyway, yeah, here comes UFF with their heavy medic combo. I think there was just a headshot there on the heavy, and it doesn't even matter because he had like 300 health. So, you know, kind of normal for a heavy. But Crab doing some crazy work right now, takes down Z once again. So, no sniper for the unstoppable force of friendship. And by the way, if you're wondering where UFF comes from, both these teams are from Reddit. UFF, I think, was, as I was told, was composed mostly of bronies and Redditors. That was what they told me. So, that's where the name came from, the unstoppable force of friendship. Well, anyway, they've got to keep their medic alive here, and right now they're doing just that. The scout came in, tried to pressure a little bit. Actually, oh, this medic is in such a bad position right now. Spy's going to come after him, but misses the stab, and then uses that dead ringer, pop, trying to get away there. Nice reflect. Actually, that was a reflect kill on Negevs the Bear from Diesel Machine. So, once again, Team Trees Fortress in possession of the middle point here on CP Gullywash. And, oh, nice, there you go. It looks like the Trees Fortress team is actually going to force the Uber there, kill the heavy. They should be able to take second from this. And what is the medic doing right now? He's going to try and meet up with his demo man here, but he's going to be so far out of position, this is going to be really bad for them. And there goes the demo. The medic might be able to get away. Uh-oh, fell down. Oh, this is going to be scary. Oh, there he goes. Gets finished off there by Diesel Machine, who has been going crazy right now. So Trees Fortress looking happy. And there you go. They have managed to pop that Uber on their Pyro, actually, and just keeping it on the Pyro almost the entire time. That was probably a wasted Uber, I'm not going to lie. And, oh, Z finally getting some good shots of his own. Takes down Diesel Machine. Now we've got JDM Yoshioka, which seemed, to me that sounds like the name of a company. I don't know. Some kind of a Japanese company. I'm just too used to Japanese cars over here in the United States. I actually drive one. It's an Acura, and it's pretty nice, I'm not going to lie. But, oh, this guy's name is upside down, too. The UFF, it's upside down. That's so crazy. Well, anyway, he's got it. Yeah, he's setting up those sticky traps there above the door, and wow, that's a nice little get-up right there with all that lime green. Crab now peeking into the point here, and really, they're just going to want him to get a couple of picks pushing in, because they need to get at least 2 kills if they want to push in successfully. The Ubers are about even, and the thing about pushing into a last point is that you're pushing into a really highly defensive setup, where you got to get all your players in the field, but as they're getting there, the enemy is going to have way more damage on you than you can put on them at the same time. So there have been 2 picks, actually. Pinky's down, Rainbow's down, but those aren't big picks. It's a Spy and a Scout. There's still all the heavy classes on the field. There's still a medic. So the Trees Fortress team really needs to get in there and kill the the heavy classes, especially the Demo Man. If they can get him, they are golden, and they just did. JDM Yoshioka is down right now. Got taken out by Diesel Machine. So Diesel Machine really is a kill machine right now. Doing some crazy work here for the Trees Fortress team. But it may not be enough. Because they just lost their medic. So the bed that eats people. The bed that eats people. I will never forget that again, because that is probably the greatest name I've ever seen. The bed that eats people is no more. It's going to have to respawn here in about 6 seconds. And he is using the Vitasaw. And actually his opponent's using the Vitasaw as well. Hooky just got taken down. Or is that Hooker? Hooker punch. Okay. So I guess if somebody ever wanted to make a Sal soundboard, you could just just take that last 10 seconds or so and turn that into its own little thing if you wanted to. Oh! Let's make sure we don't do that. Forgot that Valve still hasn't fixed that whole view model thing yet. But the Trees Fortress team is having a little bit of difficulty pushing into last, and that's because, I mean, Gullywash it's a tough map to push into properly. They've got that sentry there. Sentry is taken down, which is pretty good, but they haven't gotten any kills yet. They need to get some kills here, and actually, I thought, excuse me, oh, look at this! It's actually going to be a, oops, let's find that. Looks like our soldier may have died there. I don't know. But now Pop coming into the point, gets a stab, going to go for a second one, goes for the sap on the dispenser, and now using the dead ringer, he's probably still going to be on fire here, but it doesn't matter because there's like 4 or 5 players down for the unstoppable force of friendship, and they may end up losing this point here. The engineer standing on it right now, and that is going to be round 1 to Trees Fortress. Very nicely done for those guys here in the ETF2L League, and they're saying GG. I hope that's not the entire game, because it looks like they are all still heading out there. Maybe they just meant good rounds. I think. If this is ETF2L rules, what are they talking about? Well, they're getting out of the mid-fight here, so I'm going to assume they're still playing the game. And Scout getting on top of the Trees Fortress medic. He is really hurt right now. He needs to grab a sandwich, but it's right there for him. Just go eat it. Eat it up. Eat it with your feet. There you go. And once again, we have the unstoppable force of friendship standing on the middle point here. They are doing quite a good job of holding this down. They're going to get the capture, which means that anybody they lose, especially like their demo man, for instance, or their scout and spy that they've lost, is going to get that forward spawn. And that forward spawn, by the way, it is right here where that scout just walked out of. So they're going to get a couple players spawning there. It's going to be very nice. The unstoppable force of friendship, though, need to stop the capture, because they're not looking so unstoppable right now. There you go. Heavy just completely ruining the other Heavy's day there. And now the medic, where'd he go? He was trying to run away. Where is the bed that eats people? I never thought I would say that phrase in my entire life, but I just did. So, just shows you where I am right now. Crab is taking some damage here, and 9 health. One more sticky that would have killed him. There you go. He did finally get finished off, and we are now looking at a sticky bomb launcher. So thank you, Valve. But right now, the unstoppable force of friendship is looking a lot more unstoppable here. They've got to deal with a Heavy and a soldier, though, and they lost their medic and demo man, and yet they still have a cap going on the last point. So that's going to be a round. Wow, very fast round on CP Gullywash. You don't normally see rounds that quick, fellas. Well, nice cap. I think that was by Cheeseburger, actually. And just looking at the scores here, the Trees Fortress team, actually their Heavy is outscoring their medic, which it does happen sometimes, but it's as much a testament to the skill of the Heavy as it is to, like, look how little we're protecting our medic right now. Not that I'm saying they're bad, and I actually haven't watched the medic all that much, but if the medic's dying a lot, he's not going to get a lot of assist points and all that. He's not going to get a lot of Ubers, etc. And that's why you'll sometimes see the medic just not get a lot of points like that. The unstoppable force of friendship here, getting a lot of kills, and actually lighting a lot of people on fire too. It's just going to make them want to drop back a little bit more. Right now, Trees Fortress team, the blue team, does not have a Heavy or a Pyro, and I mean the Heavy is what's really going to help keep that medic alive and deal a lot of damage up close. It is one of the mainline classes here in Highlander. Just if you want to advance somewhere, you've got to bring that Heavy. And actually, the bed that eats people is he's definitely a 9 right now, thinking he can take on like 4 people at once with the overdose. Seems like UFF getting a lot of kills here. Pinky got a headshot on Cheeseburger, which is not an easy thing to do with that ambassador. Anyway, he's going to go start hitting this Heavy, takes him down, and look at that, a double Heavy backstab at the same time for both those teams, and then both spies died as well. The unstoppable force of friendship, though, in the red here, doing an amazing job, but there you go, Diesel Machine shutting down the medic play. Ran in, and that Pyro, it is just so hard to deal with as a medic, especially if you get trapped in a corner like that, and you let that medic, or you let that Pyro, I'm sorry, run at you, air blast you up into the corner, you know, take you down with whatever, the extinguisher, the shotgun. I mean, he has so many options available to him once he's got you blasted into a corner. There's just nothing you can do about it. So, Pyro's nasty to deal with. And of course, every time the medic dies, gonna have to reset that Uber, keep building it up, because really, most of the time, although yeah, not always, most of the time, if you want to push somewhere, you kind of need an Uber charge. All right, now they're only at 33%, so it's going to take them quite a while. Oh, Hooker Punch briefly trying to heal a spy there. Didn't realize it was a spy, of course. Probably disguised pretty darn well, effectively. But now the UFF, the Unstoppable Force of Friendship, is starting to push out. Ulti setting up a minigun there. That is not a minigun of friendship. That's a minigun of pain and suffering. But it did get taken down by Negevs the Bear. Oh, I'm losing my voice already. But this is actually a pretty good game here on Gullywash. That's why I'm losing my voice, because it has had its moments of awesomeness. And there you go, Negevs the Bear now gets taken down. But here you go, the unstoppable minigun of friendship is spun up, and he is dishing out friendship to all kinds of players. But actually, the UFF has lost so many players here. Hooker Punch getting shot, and oh, he just barely gets away to that health kit. Didn't even grab the kit yet. Might want to do that, friend. He's not getting the kit. He should have. Oh, you're scaring me. Oh, you're scaring me. Okay, he popped the Uber. All right, he's good. He's good. Now that Pyro, of course, even though there is an Uber, the Pyro can still air blast that medic. And look at how well he is doing it. He's just going to keep that medic right there. But he actually gets taken down before he can get the kill. Nonetheless, Hooker Punch gets finished off by Cheeseburger the Soldier. But it's 3 against 8. 3 against 7 or 6. I'm sorry, 7 or 6 right now. That is not a good position for the Trees Fortress team in blue to be in. And here you go, a mini sentry going up with the Wrangler, which is just such a pain to deal with, because it actually deals, I think, more damage, and it might deal damage a little bit faster as well when you wrangle it. And it can, of course, fire farther, because it normally has like a pretty short engagement range, like right about, that's almost the max range it was doing. Oh, wow! Cheeseburger got out there and popped a buff banner. So, as Duder would say, we had a horny soldier going on. But that buff banner, of course, gives everybody who is within a certain range of you, they deal mini crits, which is like 135% damage. Oh, Crab! Crab is a crazy sniper. Well, anyway, the mini crits there were not doing very well because, of course, that soldier died very quickly. He didn't get a lot of damage done. But Crab came out there and finished off Hooker Punch. So, very nice shot by him. And it does look like the high ground is currently held mostly by the red team. Well, they gotta be careful because there's a Pyro all over that stuff. Who is that Pyro, actually, who just died? That's going to be CPL Pinkamena something. I can't see the rest of the name, sadly. So I guess we'll have to see when he gets a kill. But that Pyro there did a pretty good job of shutting down that high ground defense for quite a while. Crab, I think, is still alive, though. And, oh, got to be careful. He's not going to find any good angles down here because the sniper is not a very good close-range class. Oh, man. There he goes. No sniper right now. But, I don't know, the Unstoppable Force of Friendship, it is, of course, 1-to-1 right now, and Unstoppable Force of Friendship is pushing in. The Uber has actually been wasted right now for the blue team, and it just finished off there. The Spy just walked onto the point, put a lot of time on it, and this is what it does, of course. Oh, this is such a perfect thing to do. Oh, no, the Demo Man couldn't finish that off. There was basically nobody left alive for the UFF team at UFF. Which is too bad, because what happened there is there was an attempt at a capture, and I'm just going to talk about that for a second while the action happens. Look at all these people just standing clustered around the point, and then if you just hit like 1 or 2 sticky bombs, I mean, with all the splash you do, you're dealing literally like 200 or 300 damage per sticky bomb when you hit that many people. It's absolutely insane. So, of course, you've got like 8 sticky bombs in your launcher. It's crazy! So, if you can get people to go stand on the point like that, it's absolutely awesome, because then you just bring your Demo Man and he cleans a house. Trees Fortress right now put on a good defense, though. They've lost their second point again, but they keep killing the medic, and that's going to keep causing UFF to be unable to push into this last point really effectively. I mean, the only cap that the Unstoppable Force of Friendship has gotten so far has been an unstoppable back cap of Friendship with the... oh, there goes Pinky. With the Soldier. And so they haven't actually made an effective, like, attacking push yet. Which we just haven't seen him do. Hooker Punch here, getting his Uber up soon-ish, but he needs to find a good spot to do that without being vulnerable to an attack. And right now, there is an attack going on, although it's not a good one, and actually the medic for our blue team, Trees Fortress team, has died. So, not going to be good for them on defense right now. Z trying to get some shots off and just cannot hit through these little narrow chokes. Oh, there you go. Finally takes out Diesel Machine, who has been trying to light people on fire non-stop. And Rainbow Dash getting down here, and he's got the fan, actually. Kind of an interesting little tactic, because the fan, the Force of Nature there that he was using, has a huge amount of knockback. So you can run up to somebody and just hit him with 1 shot or 2, and it sends them flying. So he is basically, if he'd walked onto that point, and oh, here comes a Kritzkrieg. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, we're going to talk about this later, because the Kritzkrieg could be huge. Gotten 2-3 kills already, and there is so much time on the point right now. That is going to be wonderful capture there for the unstoppable force of friendship. That was a great Kritzkrieg. Ran in there and just completely cleaned house. Anyway, I want to talk about the scout. Like, he could have run in there and just pushed that heavy off. Didn't even have to kill him. And he would have gotten, like, a crazy amount of a time on the point. Just capture time, which once again would have forced everybody to go stand on it. There were people standing on the point anyway, though, and that was why that Kritzkrieg was so great, was because basically people were standing in a predictable location right next to each other. Got some awesome kills on that. Alright, and once again, the Trees Fortress team taking a long rollout, and the problem with doing that is that they give up the point. If you give up the middle point, you're hindering yourself in terms of your ability to push forward. Oh man, this can be scary for them. They do keep their heavy really far forward right now, and there goes Corporal Pinkamena Pie. I think that's what that's supposed to mean. CPL, Pinkamena Pie. So that is of course their pyro. Ended up running straight into a heavy. Don't do that, kids. If you're a pyro, don't run into heavies. Actually, I gotta say the most effective tactic for dealing with heavies as a pyro that I have personally seen is the stuff that like Huey Lewis does, or that TMP does, where they're using the degreaser as they're attacking the heavy. If the heavy like turns around and sees them, oh, get the air shot. Get the air shot. No, he's not gonna get the air shot. He's just gonna jump up instead. Might die here. Yep. Some good fighting going on over the point actually, and this spy could get a really big backstab. Does take down the demo man and stops that Kritzkrieg in its tracks. Very nice. But nonetheless, UFF is still in a great position here. Anyway, if the heavy sees you, okay, no, he found out. And then the medic turned his back on him. Anyway, that was scary. What you want to do as a pyro, if that heavy turns around, if he's spun up, if he sees you, you just start backpedaling away from him and you jump. And the reason you do that is that way the minigun bullets actually shove you away from him. So if you've lit him on fire and you're jumping away, that way, like, if he sees you, he's probably not going to kill you, especially if you have like a corner or you have some cover to go hide behind. Once he's pushed you far enough back away, you just get behind that cover, call for a medic or whatever. But of course, if he doesn't see you, then you're getting a good ambush. You can probably kill him with 1 or 2 extinguisher hits. And as you're being pushed away, if you have good aim, you can actually hit him with like a flare shot for like 90 damage because he's already on fire. Crazy! So that's a decent way to deal with heavies as a pyro. But really, it's not the pyro's strong suit, trying to run up to another really close range class like that. Anyway, yeah, that's why Diesel Machine just taken out by that minigun. Got backed up into a corner there. And Hooker Punch did just pop a Kritzkrieg. I don't think it did a heck of a lot. So now the Trees Fortress team is going to try and push back out here. They're dealing a lot of damage. This medic, 7 health left. And look at his low recharge rate. He's only up to 10 health right now. It's because he's using the Blutsauger. He's going to be sucking some people's blood. But the problem with the Blutsauger is that it takes away most of your natural regeneration as a medic. So you're in trouble. The Trees Fortress team is still trying to deal with this, but Hooker Punch did get taken out. Now there is a spy, I think, downstairs. Pyro trying to look for him, and actually that spy is dead now, not using the dead ringer anymore. And here comes an Uber from the Trees Fortress team. They're Ubering a soldier, though, and that soldier, he's using the buff banner, which means he does not have... Oh, look at that! Wow, they got taken out so fast. Anyway, he was using the buff banner, which of course replaces the shotgun. So he didn't have a shotgun to deal with that pyro. The pyro could just reflect all of his shots from the rocket launcher, and that was the end of that. Just a very ineffective Uber. So really, in a Highlander, soldiers are not typically a very good Uber. Oh, Pinky Spy. Oh man, this is gonna be scary. Oh, okay, he's using the cloak and dagger. My bad. No, he's fine. No, but if you're going to Uber somebody in a Highlander situation, you usually want that to be the heavy or the demo man. Sometimes a pyro works really well, especially if you can get... Oh, Pinky Spy. Welp. Let's see what happens here. This scout now knows he's there. They all know he's there pretty much. They're going to start checking for him all over the place. So he's going to have to find another way in or wait for the rest of his team somehow to put some pressure on. Right now, that's not what's happening. Oh. And I'm still losing my voice and having to cough away from the mic every so often. Pinky is in trouble here. And, yep, gets finished off. So that little attack there didn't work very well. And now, of course, the Trees Fortress team, they all do know that that's coming. Z is taken down once again by Crab. And Cheeseburger, happy to say that he got a teleporter. Whoa! Hooker Punch just ate that extinguisher, dropped his Uber. Oh, the fizzle's still going on there. That is too bad. And now the Trees Fortress team do once again recapture their second point. We got to see here because it looks like they will actually hold on to it this time and may have the ability to push out. They've got an Uber, which they can use on their heavy. They just got to make sure that Pinkamena doesn't get too many shots off there, and he didn't. But the medic is down anyway. Oh, the bed that eats people has died once again. It probably ate a little bit too many people, and you know, some people are actually poisonous, so could be what happened. Anyway, UFF here with their, what, 70% now? 70% Uber? No, 60, I'm sorry. I can't read. Reading is hard, but I do recommend that, you know, you learn how to do it while you're in school, because if you don't, you might be at a disadvantage, just like me. Yeah, the UFF team has actually been pushed pretty far back away here. They're having some trouble, and oh, there you go! Nice reflect kill on Schoenberg, but Pinkamena was finished off there. Meanwhile, though, we've got some real fighting going on in this choke point where UFF is taking the worst of it, but they do have their Uber. It's just they don't have a lot of players to use it on right now. They've lost way too many fighting over that choke point. They've got to be a little bit more protective of their players. And here comes an actual back-capped attempt by the heavy medic combo and the scouts there as well. They don't want to have to pop their Uber if they don't have to. They don't, you know, obviously they don't want to pop their Uber if they don't have to. That's like they would rather save it for the last point. Spy here coming in, chasing down. Couldn't get the medic, and there you go. Somebody realized something fishy was going on there. So now the Uber comes in for the unstoppable force of friendship, and they may be able to put this game away here pretty soon because there goes the sentry. No Uber flash though means the heavy dies. That's not going to be good, and now the demo man probably going to die here as well. No, actually not yet. He's going to get away from here for now. And there's still a lot of fighting going on. It's 4 players left alive to defend that point. Really, if UFF just collapses in here, they should be able to get the kills. But they got to be quick because here comes a spawn wave. 3 new players just spawned. Sergeant Pon does take out the heavy, but the scout finishes him off. And now that sentry's going back up, so that's just going to make it so much harder to get in there and cap that point. Oh, man. Sorry about that, guys. Seriously, like, I would love to not lose my voice ever, but apparently that's just it's not possible for me. So, you know, every so often there will be that little bit of silence. Anyway, Crab was trying to capture that second point, and wow, you can hear it, can't you? You can hear what is happening in my voice right now. Now the Trees Fortress team has held on to their point, and they've once again managed to get that capture. That is going to be the Soldier and Pyro on the cap there. Diesel Machine, Cheeseburger, and actually Mr. Dead as well. Who's Mr. Dead? That is the demo man getting that cap. So, nice. Trees Fortress has once again saved themselves from an early round loss. This has been actually their longest round yet by far. There goes that scout there. Got bottled to death by Mr. Dead. And now it's going to be up to UFF to see if they can't defend their middle and push back onto second. They're just having such trouble here getting the aggression coordinated. Well, yep, there you go. The demo man was not able to hit too many stickies there, so he had to back off, get healed, get recharged, and look at all this. Now he's, of course, spamming pipes in. There goes Pop Pop. Uh-oh. Pop Pop, of course, the spy. And Diesel Machine is down as well, so no more air blasting for them. Well, I don't know. UFF is, they've lost a lot of players here, but they are going to be able to hold on just because of all of the hesitancy that's coming out of Trees Fortress right now. They are going to push in, but they have nowhere near an Uber. They've got to be very careful about taking too much damage. And there you go. Heavy versus heavy, but one of those heavies has a medic. The other one does not. So blue team here manages to keep their heavy alive. Still, everybody from Trees Fortress is getting stuck in this choke point, and they are unable to get through. Our soldier's actually gotten through, but he's trying to use this door as cover, which actually he may just want to... Oh, nice. He forces the dead ringer there and then actually kills Pinky, but may not have been worth it, as he really probably wanted to go for the medic or something. Now, once again, Trees Fortress losing a lot of players here, including their sniper, who is doing pretty darn well, I think, even though he's actually down at towards the bottom of the kill score now. He was doing well really early on. And there you go. Schoenberg takes down, pistols down, Rainbow Dash. So the unstoppable force of friendship, maybe they're unstoppable, but right now they're moving ponderously slowly as they keep getting pushed back away from the second point. And there you go. Oh, man, mistiming. The air blast there means that Sergeant Pond managed to take out that pyro, but there you go. Mr. Dead finishes off the spy. And now there's a dead ringer spy from Trees Fortress who may be able to get some kills here. He's got to be careful about where he decloaks. But is he disguised right now? No, he's actually not even disguised. I'm kind of confused by this. Maybe he just thinks nobody's going to see him, which is quite possible. But actually the mini-sentry's seen him, so there you go. He finally realized, oh yeah, disguises would be a good thing. Oh, there's the teleporter. Probably going to take that down. And he's using the Enforcer to do it too, so extra damage off of that. But the point is once again captured for the unstoppable force of friendship, and they are very quickly trying to get in here and push towards last, but there's already a level 3 sentry up. Nice engineer work here by Ulti. Nonetheless, it gets taken down because he wasn't in the mood to repair it. So now UFF is pushing way in here. Hooker Punch gets sucker punched. Really sucker shot there. Schoenberg with the meat shot to finish him off. And once again, Trees Fortress holds on. How much time is left in this, though? 4.5 minutes. Really, the blue team here is in trouble because it's 2-1 in favor of UFF right now. Blue needs to get out there. They need to cap quickly. They need to get all the way to UFF's last point, and that is certainly possible. But with the way this round has gone so far, basically, Trees Fortress has been unable to get towards that middle point. The only thing they've been able to do is recapture their second and then fight over the choke point, and they can't get middle. So they need to find a way to get middle quickly. They need to push really, really fast here. Otherwise, they are in danger of losing this game, and that would not be cool. Oh, man. My nose itches right now, and I already took a pill for this, so see what happens. Anyway, they do have an Uber, so they're going to Uber the heavy in here. The bed that eats people is dangerously close to dying and is going to need some health as soon as this Uber fades, which is very shortly. He needs to get health. Oh, walking over a sticky. Gotta be really careful. Don't want to lose your medic at this point in the game. The heavy did die there. Didn't deal a heck of a lot of damage either. And so Trees Fortress kind of stuck in this choke point here. They've got their engineer setting up a sentry. Not a mini sentry, but a regular old level 1 sentry. Trying to build that up with the Jag. And he gets taken down. Beautiful work there by JDM Yoshioka, who is now being healed by Hooker Punch here, and that's really going to be an unbeatable combo right now. There's not a lot that can take down this Medic demo. Medic Scout, it's possible, but Hooker Punch actually just trying to deal some damage, and that was probably unwise. Should have kept the heals on Yoshioka, but also probably shouldn't have followed him in there, to be perfectly honest. So Trees Fortress still have a shot. They still have a shot. They got to get in here, and they've got to... Oh, they do find the spy there. Oh, gets bonked, though. That was the effect of the Sandman ball hitting him in the head. But yeah, guys, they really, UFF, even though they've lost their medic, they have a big Uber disadvantage. Trees Fortress needs to get this point. They need to get it quickly, or else they're going to lose the game. That's just all there is to it. We need to see some better aggression from our blue team. And right now, it's not happening at all. 2 kills there, actually. Crab took one down. Pop took another. So that is the medic and demo gone for blue team, though. Not good. They've lost the bed that eats people, and they've lost Mr. Dead. And I just don't see what they can do anymore. They were about to have an Uber advantage. Now they've got a disadvantage. What? Oops, what amount of time is left? 2 minutes. So it's getting dangerously close to that point where you can't do anything about it. Diesel Machine trying to get some kills here. He actually somehow got around behind their team. But it almost doesn't matter here. There's some damage coming in to UFF. They've lost their medic once again. I don't know. Trees Fortress, they just got to get in here and get the kills and get the point. And they aren't doing that. There goes the spy. Pop is dead. Not a lot of aggressive classes even left right now. Of course, they do have their demo and soldier and scout. It could be a fearsome combination, but right now it's just not looking particularly fearsome. It's instead of looking like a 9, it's looking a little bit more like a 1. Oh, but now these guys are. I don't mean to make fun of them too much. There's a nice kill on the scout there, Rainbow Dash, but it doesn't matter too much because there's a heavy medic here. There's a mini sentry. There's just a lot of damage as soon as they walk out of this choke point. Well, there you go. You can use an Uber, and this could make it a little bit closer if they can. Oh, there you go. That pyro is going to be so dead. And they've killed him. They got to kill the heavy. And they do kill the heavy. Now it's medic and engineer kind of caught out alone here, but there's not a lot of time left. And finally, for the first time this round almost, Trees Fortress will be able to capture the middle point. Only 2 players left alive for UFF. Trees Fortress needs to get somebody on this point right now, and they are. They've got the demo man here already, and the medic is trying to stop this, but really this is a bad move by the medic. He needs to get back into his own base, and he's not doing that. This actually could get tied up. It's only 45 seconds left to go here. So, I mean, basically the bed that eats people needs to keep his team alive as much as possible. They need to get somebody on that last point very, very quickly because it's going to get down to the wire. We'll see whether they can actually tie it up and bring it to overtime or not. Right now, the answer is no, although that scout, not sure what he was doing there. Actually did get a good shot off with the Sandman. How much time is left? It's 26 seconds. Anything could happen right now. Scout pressuring a demo. If they can kill this demo, that's going to mean no more sticky traps. And, oh, right now this sentry is just now going up. They could take it down, but the longer they wait to do that, the easier it can get built up. There you go, they do take the sentry down. Need to get some stickies on that point. The spy does get a good kill on the sniper, but how many players are left alive for Trees Fortress? Maybe not enough. There's only 4 seconds left, and that's probably going to be the game, guys. Unstoppable force of friendship, looking unstoppable indeed. And, of course, if you are watching this from Reddit, you are awesome. You should probably hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, all that. Tell your friends to check out youtube.com/FatMop. That is where you see all of these casts go in high definition. So thank you for watching. I've been Salamancer. I'll be signing out.